I had chicken karaage for the first time last year. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm pretty ashamed that I went this long in my life without having it. Anytime I've tried it since then, I've always thought, do you know what? This be nice wrapped up in a burrito. Like a Japanese style burrito. I looked it up, seen it wasn't really a thing, so I said, fuck it, why not mesh it all together and let's make it and see if it works. And trust me, it did work. It was amazing. So today, I'm going to be showing you how I made this Japanese style burrito. I hope you like it. Let's rock.
What's happening, folks? We'll start things off by prepping the chicken. Now, I have seen some recipes use breast for chicken karaage. I recommend using thighs, as the meat will stay juicy after frying it. I use 6 thighs, and that's a nice portion for 2 big burritos. Cut them into equal bite-sized pieces. Try your best not to have them too big, as they're not served that way. Bite-sized only, please. When it's all cut up, start the marinade. For the marinade, add 1 thumb-sized piece of ginger, 3 to 4 cloves of crushed garlic, a splash of soy sauce, sesame oil, some sake, or if you don't have it, mirin is a good substitute. That's what I used. A splash of rice wine vinegar, teaspoon of sugar, a few cracks of salt, and some white pepper. The sesame oil and vinegar is completely optional. Traditionally, the marinade just consists of garlic, ginger, soy sauce, sake. Give it all a good mix and let it rest for at least 30 minutes or ideally overnight. That's what I did. Next, we'll cook the rice. Short grain rice is traditionally used in Japanese cuisine, and today I wanted mine to be sticky. If you can't get it, just use any rice you have or can get. But short grain is the traditional way. It's really easy to get and it's not expensive. It's going to give you the nice sticky textures as well you get in Japanese cuisine, and it will be the nice thing to have in this burrito. As with all rice, make sure you wash and drain it at least 3 times to get rid of the excess starch. To get the best results for short grain rice, you soak it, leave it for 30 minutes or ideally overnight. But I just cooked mine there and then in the rice cooker, which you can do, and it still came out all sticky and delicious. For each cup of rice, add 1.5 cups of water, turn it to the cooking setting, whack on the lid, and that's it. Simple as that. Let the beauty of that machine do its thing. When it's cooked, add 2 tablespoons of roasted or normal sesame oil and some black sesame seeds. Break up that rice, mix everything well, then let it rest on a warm setting while we do everything else. For example, the slaw and the sauce. This coleslaw is so simple to make, and you can put your different spin on it if you'd like. Now, I made enough for plenty of servings, as it does last long and it stores well, so I'll use it over the next couple of days with some meals. Start off by grating 1 large carrot, add that to a big mixing bowl and cut off a nice side piece of red cabbage. Slice that as thin or as thick as you'd like your slaw. Same goes for the white cabbage. Dice and toss in 1 spring onion along with some salt, black pepper, 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil and 3 tablespoons of Kewpie mayo. You can add more mayo if you want and make your slaw quite saucy, but I wanted mine to still have a nice crunch and not have too much sauce, as we are making the sauce separately. You can add whatever else you'd like from here. For example, some fresh coriander would go nice, pickled onions, or maybe you want some spice and more crunch. For example, I added some siracha and sesame seeds. And there you go, simple slaw, easy as that. Next, we'll quickly make the sauce, so it's just 4 to 6 tablespoons of Kewpie mayo, some salt, pepper, splash of rice wine vinegar and 1 tablespoon of sriracha. You could also use some chili oil, another hot sauce of your choice, or just use sriracha mayo if it's easier for you. Serve this up in a dipping bowl or transfer it to a squeeze bottle like I have. If you're new to the channel, folks, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe. It's much appreciated. You don't understand how much it helps out. Get up, stay nasty. Your sauce, the coleslaw and the rice are all done. Now it's time to cook the chicken.
What the fuck? It's a bag inside a bag. Oh. Looks like a big bag of coke. What the fuck, man?
For the coating, you need to use potato starch. Cornstarch, flour and all the other usual coatings will still work a bit, don't get me wrong, but you won't get near the texture you get when you use potato starch. You can just pick this up in any Asian market for cheap or use Amazon. Trust me, this is well worth it. Break down all the big lumps and add a few splashes of water to wet up the starch and begin to coat that chicken. Don't add too much to the bowl, as it will be difficult to make sure every piece of chicken is covered, so just add it in batches and press down firmly to make sure it all sticks to the chicken well. Add your cooking oil to a pot or a pan that can contain heat well. I'm using a new cast iron skillet I have. Too many times in the past I've had difficulty frying stuff with a weak pot or pan. Now, if that's all you have in your kitchen, don't let it stop you from frying, just be aware it makes it more difficult. Let the oil heat up gradually on medium to high heat until it reaches 160 to 170 degrees. This will be the temp for the first fry. Fry it in batches as always and don't overcrowd. When they've all been fried, heat up the oil until it's around 190 degrees and fry them off for an additional 90 seconds to ensure maximum crispiness. This is the colour and texture you want. Have them as they are, or optionally toss them in a bowl with the juice of some lemon and a little sprinkle of paprika. Time to wrap and serve this bad boy, so make sure you're using XL tortilla wrap and it's heated up so it's easier for you to wrap. Spread out some of that sauce to start off with and lay out a bed of that sticky sesame rice. Top it with the chicken and slaw, and optionally add some pickled ginger or some pickled cucumbers would go nice with this as well. Lather some more sauce on top and begin to fold. If it's too packed, don't worry, just take some out and begin to roll again. Tuck in the sides while rolling over. Take your time here, then roll it all in tight in some tin foil. Cut down the middle, enjoy that cross section, whack some more black sesame seeds on top, have that sauce on the side, ready to keep topping that burrito.
What an unbelievable creation this was. It's one of my favourite things I've made. It's so tasty. And this is your sign to go out, go to the Asian market, or go any markets near you. Even like Asda has some stuff like this. Get these ingredients, experiment with cooking. You might love it, you might not like these ingredients, who knows. They last a while, they're not that expensive, and it's just worth it to have so many different variations of ingredients from all over the world in your cupboard. Now, maybe you were like me in the past. When I first started cooking, I'd see something with a big list of ingredients. I see something a bit out there, or maybe something I've never heard before, and go, that looks really expensive, fuck that, because I didn't know some ingredients. But throughout time and cooking and getting better, all these things are easily sourced, especially nowadays on Amazon and all these markets. Just go out and get them, don't be lazy. And I never get expensive ingredients. I just get stuff from Aldi and Asda. Asian market if I have to, or all last resort Amazon, and it's never really expensive. I don't really cook expensive food, I get expensive food. Even if I did one day, I'd still always give variations of where you can get this stuff. This just goes to show, going to Aldi, getting all this stuff, as the wherever's local to you, you can make unbelievable creations. Every time I cook something, I'm actually getting ingredients that I can use the next day for meal preps or lunch to save yourself a bit of money. So basically, go out, put the effort in, pick a day, get these ingredients. Don't think you need to go and get expensive parts of this or most recipes in general. Just get them from your local shop and make things amazing. Now, if you're looking for another nasty recipe, just click that video in the corner right there, and yeah, suppose that's that, innit?
Tops. Don't get to stay nasty, folks. Get up.